Hey everybody, Matt here from Powder7 up at Copper Mountain, checking out the Salomon 2025-2026 collection. So this is a favorite brand of mine. I'm really psyched on their products, especially their skis year after year, and there's a lot new this year to talk about with Salomon. So we'll have more in-depth details from On the Mountain about the new QSTs, but here's your overview. So QST collection, you see a bunch of new graphics here. There's obviously a lot of changes. So starting at the widest in the Lab series, this is the new blank. Stiffer tail here, but not, and then new graphics technology, but then not a full rebuild like the narrower QSTs. We got the X, which introduced last year, and it comes back unchanged. Really fun powder ski. The Echo gets new graphics technology, but it's also the same on the inside. So that's the Lab collection. And then into the Mainline QSTs is where we see the biggest updates this year. So in each mold, so the 106, the 100, the 94, we're gonna get two colors in each mold. So we're not separating by men's or women's. We don't have Luxe or Lumen or Stella. We just have same sizing, two colorways at each mold size. So basically the story with QST remains the same. It's a versatile free ride collection. That can obviously mean a whole lot of different things, right? One update across the QST collection is that Salomon changes the cork insert in the tips and tails. On the old QSTs, the insert was pretty big. It kind of took up the whole tip and the whole tail. In the new QSTs, the poplar wood core extends further in each direction, and the cork is injected into a rubber and then wrapped around the tip and the tail. So it's less cork, more poplar, really damp, smooth, aiming to reduce vibrations even more. We've also got basalt in here, no more carbon flax. Similar comments, really smooth, really damp without adding a bunch of weight. Setonal binding plate underfoot in each model. That carries over from the old QSTs. And then the biggest differences that we see are actually going to be in the tails. So that is where Salomon played the most with the shape. So this is the 106. And actually, the new 106 has more tail splay than the old one. But it's got more stiffer tails, so more supportive, locked in on carbs, also easy to release with all this splay. To make the contrast, the narrower 94 has this squared off tail shape, as you can see right here. Lower splay, more squared off, really supportive. So Salomon is going for more of a clear identity which with each QST ski. 106 is your big mountain charger. It wants to be chargy. The 100, which replaces the 98, is your more playful, more tail splay, a little bit more lively ski, a little softer flexing. At 100, playful. 94 is your all-mountain ski that kind of replaces, fills the void of like the 92 QST, which still exists as a system ski, but Salomon is pushing the 94 for this season as your On-Piste option in QST with a lot of off-trail versatility, especially if you're out east or something like that. So that's QST. Lots to be excited about there. On into stance, which is the metal directional series. 102 stance goes away. 96 and 90 get new graphics technology. They're the same on the inside. They're called Pro now. Makes them sound more badass, but they're the same ski on the inside. We get a new 86 Pro, which is built a little bit differently than the wider stances. So stance 86 features a tapered Tetonal sheet, full width under your foot, tapers out tip and tail, a little bit more accessible. So more of an entry carving ski. It throttles back a little bit versus these wider skis. And that 86 waist width is super popular. So similar changes on the women's side. We've got 94 goes away. The 82 Pro mirrors the 86 Pro. And then on down the rest of the collection, you can see the system stances that are accessible, front side, kind of do-it-all performers for more casual skiers. And then this ski right here comes at us from Europe. This is the Salomon Addict. It's a very popular ski in Europe as a very accessible front side carver that a lot of people get along with. Salomon is now offering it in North America to give people who want an accessible front side carver another awesome option. And as you might notice up top here on the wall, we can't do a video from a brand this year without talking about boots with double BOA. So Salomon is joining the fray with double BOA. This is the S Pro Supra. So if you're familiar at all with Salomon's boot collection and their naming structure, S Pro refers to it being a fixed back alpine boot, no tech fittings here. Supra is their mid volume, right around 100 lasts underfoot. So this would be the most popular by volume boot in the collection, getting double BOA. I really like this colorway. If you haven't caught any double BOA content yet, somehow you pulled that off. But the general elevator pitch for upper BOA is this improves your skiing. Lower BOA improves the fit. So better wrap up top, better suspension, a little bit more of a progressive flex. We'll dive into that a whole lot more on the Liftline blog. You can find a link in the description to the blog. But that's the general idea. Upper BOA is improving the performance of these boots. Lower BOA is improving the fit. And the S Pro Supra gets both. So that's super exciting. We've also got, obviously, this is the 115, so the highest flexing women's model. Per usual, I think it looks even cooler than the men's side, but they both look awesome. And then the other big notable update in the boot world for Salomon is last year they did the Shift Alpha, which brought the Shift hybrid touring profile into a narrow-lasted boot. That moves out into Shift Supra for this year. So now you've got Shift Alpha at a narrow last, Supra at a mid last, BOA on the lower, no BOA on the upper just yet. So that is the rundown for Salomon. Lots to be excited about. It's kind of a year where we don't have a lot of new ski models or upgrades from a lot of brands. Salomon is one that is coming at us with a lot of changes. So we're excited to get these skis on snow, excited to see you get them on snow, and stay tuned for more content. Subscribe, like, follow along on the blog, all that's down in the description, and we will see you out there.